Some moments in life are so unreal that if they weren't caught on camera, no one would believe they happened. We're talking about jaw-dropping disasters, eerie natural phenomena, animals behaving like humans, and humans pushing the limits of possibility. Moments that seem scripted, but are 100% real. This isn't a list of interesting clips. This is a countdown of events that will make you question how any of this is even possible. And yes, we've got the footage to prove every second of it. Number 10. October 14th, 2012. The edge of space, 128,100 feet above Earth. Felix Baumgartner stepped out of a pressurized capsule wearing nothing but a suit and a parachute. For a few seconds, there was only silence. Then he dropped. Free-falling through the stratosphere at 843 miles per hour, he became the first human to break the sound barrier without a vehicle. The camera caught everything: the curvature of the Earth, the trembling moment before the leap, the eerie silence, and finally the triumphant parachute landing in the New Mexico desert.
Speed 600 miles per hour, 650 miles per hour. Speed 700.
Look at myself. Feel that go.
Number 9. July 2nd, 2020. HP Akont, Myanmar. A group of jade pickers, mostly impoverished locals, were scavenging through mining waste, desperate for leftover stones. Myanmar's jade industry is worth billions, but these workers see almost none of it. They survive on scraps, hoping to find a single stone that might feed their families for weeks. Then in a flash, a wall of mud 20 feet high rushed down the mountain. It buried over 200 men alive. Cameras were rolling as panic erupted, with survivors screaming and sprinting through thigh-deep sludge. The haunting footage captured on handheld phones is one of the deadliest mining disasters ever filmed. Number 8. August 10th, 2004. Route 168 near Osaka, Japan. Two typhoons had soaked the mountainside for weeks, and cracks were already forming near the retaining wall. Japan's mountainous terrain makes it particularly vulnerable to landslides. The country experiences over 1,000 annually. That morning, a massive landslide ripped through the highway. Surveillance footage shows the road vanish as a waterfall of dirt and debris crashes down. The landslide moved 50,000 cubic meters of earth in under 60 seconds, completely obliterating a stretch of highway that had taken 3 years to build. Number 7. September 23, 2011, Hellsmouth, Cornwall, England. Named for its deadly drop into the Atlantic, this cliffside has always been fragile. Cornwall's coast loses an average of 2 feet per year to erosion, but this day was different. That afternoon, hikers caught something extraordinary: a 100,000-ton rock fall. The cliff edge cracked like lightning, then collapsed in chunks into the sea below. Giant plumes of dust swallowed the coastline. The sound was described by witnesses as like thunder that wouldn't stop. What took thousands of years to form fell apart in less than a minute. The hikers' gasps are caught in the background, narrating a moment they didn't expect to live through, let alone film. Number 6. March 28, 2021, Istanbul, Turkey. A Red Bull stunt that felt more like a video game. Dario Costa became the first person to fly a plane through not one, but 2 highway tunnels at a speed of 245 kilometers per hour. The tunnels, initially built for cars, suddenly became the world's most dangerous race course. Onboard cameras captured every second: the tight curves, the flickering tunnel lights, the absolute silence inside the cockpit except for engine roar and a pilot's concentrated breath. With just 3 feet of clearance on each side, even a minor wobble would have meant instant death. Number 5. July 30th, 2021. Sarur District, Himachal Pradesh, India. Nestled in the Himalayas, this region lives on the edge of tectonic chaos. The area sits on active fault lines where the Indo-Australian plate continues its relentless push into the Eurasian plate. That day, the mountain quite literally collapsed. A massive landslide dragged down the highway and surrounding slopes in a roaring chain reaction.
गाड़ी भी ले लो पीछे ओ ओ
The footage doesn't just show a disaster, it captures the thin line between survival and tragedy. Number 4. Somewhere off the California coast, a curious gray seal made an unexpected entrance onto a fishing boat. But this wasn't ordinary boarding. With cameras rolling, the seal didn't just jump aboard, it flopped onto the deck like a paying customer, opened a fish box with its nose, and helped itself. The fisherman laughed, stunned, unsure whether to shoo it away or give it a napkin. What made this encounter truly remarkable was the seal's behavior, which showed no fear, no aggression, just pure confidence. Number 3. May 8th, 2022. Bayan, Bia, China. The mountain didn't rumble. It just snapped. After weeks of heavy rain, 25,000 cubic meters of rock detached and thundered into the valley. Trees vanished. Forests were crushed. Entire slopes disappeared. The video shows a peaceful mountain, momentarily still, and then it's gone. The force was equivalent to a small earthquake, registering on seismographs over 100 kilometers away. 3 lives were lost. Another 10,000 cubic meters remained unstable, meaning this disaster wasn't over. Emergency teams worked around the clock, knowing that any vibration could trigger another collapse. Drones scanned the wreckage, showing scarred earth and deep gouges where the mountain once stood. One witness, trembling as he filmed, could only mutter, "It's gone. It's all gone." A chilling reminder that even solid ground is never truly safe. Number 2. July 14th, 2022. São Paulo, Brazil. A blood-red sky blanketed the city, and it wasn't a Photoshop effect. The clouds glowed crimson for hours. Local footage, verified and broadcast across media, shows residents stopping mid-street, filming with their phones, stunned by the color that resembles Mars more than Earth. Just 2 years earlier, on September 10, 2020, California's Bay Area woke up to an orange-red sky so surreal it looked like Mars had landed. Caused by wildfire smoke, the sun was barely visible. In both cases, the cameras didn't just record nature, they caught what looked like the world coming to an end. Number 1. July 2, 2015. Warwickshire, England. A perfect black ring floated in the sky above Leamington Spa. It didn't move, it didn't dissipate, and it had no visible source. For nearly 3 minutes, dozens of videos captured the ring as it hovered, perfectly symmetrical. The ring was approximately 100 feet in diameter, maintaining its shape despite wind conditions that should have dispersed any smoke or vapor. But the truth? A smoke ring from a nearby fireworks test. While experts eventually solved it, for those first 3 minutes, everyone who saw it on the ground or online was left in stunned silence. A man-made accident that looked like a message from another world. You've just watched 10 moments that shook reality to its core. From space jumps to collapsing mountains. From red skies to sky tunnels. Hit the like button, drop a comment, and get ready because this was only 10 minutes. Reality has a much more complex origin.